How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out the band Order of Minerva, and the name of this song here is called War. Now, they released this song about a month and a half ago, and it's been a while since I've reacted to this band, so very curious to see what they've been up to. Without further ado, let's jump on in and give this bad boy a listen, shall we? Rangers, go. really like the heaviness in this song. Like there's multiple moments of kind of a breakdown sort of sound with the really heavy guitar and stuff. I dug that. It's engaging and it's fun and all that. Another thing I really want to point out is I really, really like the keyboard work in this song. I mean, there's like electronic elements to it, and then in certain spots, I don't know if it's like in the was it in the verses or was it the chorus? I'm not sure, but there you kind of hear almost more like a piano sort of sound in the background, which I really liked. And then that keyboard solo there in the bridge, oh man, that was sick. I really, really liked that keyboard solo. It was just a lot of fun, and I really liked the tone that they used on the keyboard. Again, almost like an electronic sort of sound. It's kind of like a mixture of things, but it just sounded really cool, and I dug that big time. I also really like the guitar solo as well. So having that guitar solo and then going into that sick nasty keyboard solo, that was tight. So I dug that. I like the guitar work in general too, because you have just kind of like some nice heavy riffs going in there, but then you also have those nice moments of this kind of licks, like that night melodic, almost like mini solos going on in there, and that was really cool. Just the way it sounded, the way it was neat. Added a nice kind of dynamic to the song. And the drum work was done really well too. I was listening, and then there's some nice fills, and it had a nice just sound to it, and it kind of kept things rocking forward. So yeah, for the most part, like there's a nice energy in the song, a nice heaviness, and just a nice momentum. It shifts a little bit sometimes. Mainly, I'm a little unsure. I think I know what the chorus is. Like I think the chorus was what they ended on, but then you also have that kind of lighter moment that happens a few times as well. Particularly kind of after the bridge, you get that repeated like a couple times, and then you get that ending part, which I think is kind of the chorus, and the other is maybe like a pre-chorus, but it threw me off a little bit because it was like repeated there before you have that final part. So, again, I think that final part was kind of the chorus, and the other was a little bit like a pre-chorus or something like that. But yeah, so I like the verses. A nice, again, just a nice heaviness, a nice kind of driven sort of sound, and then with the verses, with the vocals. One thing I like too is the harsh vocals never really. I mean, there's little moments, but for the most part, the harsh vocals never really take center stage. Again, there's little spots, but it's not like whole sections where now you all of a sudden get these harsh vocals or something like that. I like how the harsh vocals are kind of behind the clean vocals, and it just adds that extra kind of oomph to it in certain spots. So I thought that was done really well. And the vocals in general, she's got a nice voice, a nice strength to her voice, because there's a lot of power behind the sound in this song. So her being able to kind of command the vocals, in front of all that's going on is impressive. And then that lighter moment where she has a bit of a lighter sound, maybe goes a little higher and stuff like that. So that was impressive. One thing I'll say though is that I feel like the chorus could have been a little bit stronger. It just kind of feels like the chorus doesn't quite jump out from the song enough, to really kind of add that extra layer to the song. It feels a little bit like it's kind of staying in the same sort of realm as like the verses and whatnot, and just even like melody wise and stuff, it's close to just kind of the way it's delivered and whatnot. So it just doesn't quite pop. I do think that the chorus could have been strengthened a little bit, just to again add that extra element to the song and it just really kind of jump out. And songs you don't have to have like super catchy choruses, but I feel like the chorus really does. It's almost like the anchor point of the song, and so it just needs to really kind of jump out a little bit. You separate itself a little bit more from like the verses and everything else. And that's why that one spot where everything gets a little bit lighter, and her voice and stuff, that definitely separates itself from the rest of the song. But at the same time, it's like on the borderline right there, where it almost kind of sucks the energy from the rest of the song, but then it almost like doesn't. Also, I found myself in an interesting sort of limbo in those moments where I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. It sounds nice and stuff, but is it pulling the energy from the rest of the song, or is it not, so that may take more listens, from me to really kind of form my opinion on that. So again, I'm a little bit in a limbo on that, but mainly the chorus, but it's a solid song. Again, it's got some nice aggression. It's got that lighter moment in there. Again, the melody and the chorus I felt like could have been a little bit stronger, but all in all, it's a pretty heavy song. Some killer guitar work. The keyboard was stellar. To me, the star of the song was the keyboard, especially that keyboard solo. That was just tight. I just loved that so much. So yeah, I mean, definitely a talented band here. The musicianship, they really know what they're doing, and the vocals. She's got a good voice for this sort of sound. So they definitely have all of those elements that they need. I think the songwriting could have been tweaked just a little bit to really kind of, enhance the song to its full potential and whatnot. But still, at the end of the day, solid song here. And, I look forward to what this band continues to do. I think they'll only just get better and better as they go. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to what they do next. And that's really my thoughts on that. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? Just what are your thoughts? How does it stack up for you to previous songs and stuff that you've listened to? If you've listened to, I know I've done a reaction to at least 2 or 3 songs from these folks. It's been a little while though, but yeah, how's this song stack up? Yeah, just what do you think? Let's talk about it all, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger out.